The creator of Oculus made a VR headset that has the same function as the fulldive nervegear, but with its biggest feature that if a player gets a game over inside VR, that it also means a game over in real life. This insane news was announced to celebrate the original launch of Sword Art Online, where in the anime the players get trapped inside a VR game with their real lives at stake. But to create such a function inside a real-life VR headset is taking it to a whole nother level. But the most important part is the person who made this, because Palmer Luckey is the creator of the original Oculus brand, which later on got bought by none other than Facebook, and quickly after completely got rebranded to what we now know as Meta. But it is Palmer Luckey who started this entire journey. And it is also him who created one of the first big VR headsets known as the Oculus Rift. So it came to a complete shock when he posted his new creation on Twitter. And in this picture we can see a modified Quest Pro next to the Elucidator sword that is used by the main character from SAO known as Kirito. And how this headset functions, Palmer Luckey explained as follows. I used 3 of the explosive charge modules that I usually use for a different project, and tying them to a narrow band photosensor that can detect when the screen flashes red at specific frequencies, making a game over integration on the part of the developers very easy. So when an appropriate game over screen is displayed, these charges can fire, instantly destroying the brain of the user.
What? What the fuck?
And after he said this, most people thought that this couldn't be true and was just a gimmick to celebrate the Sword Art Online anniversary. But it turned out to be very true, and Palmer Luckey didn't stop there, as he mentioned the following. This isn't a perfect system of course, but I have plans for an anti-tamper mechanism that, like the nervegear, will make it impossible to remove or destroy the headset.
Oh, hell no!
And this quickly became a very controversial topic within VR. And although the concept is completely insane, we should also keep in mind that the headset itself is not the same as a full-dive nervegear. Although the risk factor might be integrated, in its core it is still an Oculus Quest Pro, which unlike Sword Art Online, does not send and read signals coming directly from your brain. And we also know that Palmer Luckey has been a big Sword Art Online fan from the very start, with the release of its own Oculus brand being right around the same time that the Sword Art Online anime got released. He even has Akihiko Kaiba, who is known as the maker of SAO, as his own Twitter profile picture. But I do hope that Palmer Luckey will focus more on the real integration of a Sword Art Online headset, where it will be hard to distinguish between the real world and the virtual world, instead of focusing on the risk factors like locking players up inside a VR game, which is probably the craziest VR news I have ever heard.